Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me. And this evening, we're going to review the weekend's Premier League action. Now, it was a huge weekend at both ends of the table. Very much advantaged Chelsea in the search for the title, and Swansea have given themselves an absolute lifeline at the bottom. We'll start with the early game, and Swansea upset the form book and turned over Liverpool at Anfield 3-2. Great game, entertaining game, I have to say. Quality wasn't the best, but Swansea showed real character, real heart to win the game. 2-goal lead, blew it, and then Gylfi Sigurdsson scored late on with what could be an absolute pivotal goal if they are to stay up. Now, that was compounded for Crystal Palace. They lost at home to Everton, which drops them into the bottom three, and I struggle to see where Palace are going to win a game at the moment. Now, as we all know, I've said it a few times, really close friend of mine's Palace season ticket holder. He's pulling his hair out, and even though I don't support Palace, I always have to have a look at their results, and I have to say I feel for them at the moment, but I'm going to stay true to what I've said. I think Big Sam will keep them up. I think they'll just about get it right and get over the line. Now, let's go to the top of the table. What a weekend it was for the title race, I have to say. Only one place to start, which was the Etihad on Saturday evening, as Tottenham went to Manchester. Now, it was a game, we all know I'm a Spurs fan, and it's a game that City bossed. If I'm being honest, Spurs struggled to lay a glove on them. They were magnificent, but Spurs dug in, showed plenty of character, and somehow left the Etihad with a point. We were lucky to go in 0-0 at half time, but we did. Then City scored two quick goals, and Hugo Lloris has been magnificent. And the one day he chooses to have an absolute stinker, but that happens for a goalkeeper. Now, we got ourselves back in the game. Dele Alli scored. Then the big talking point, the Kyle Walker on Raheem Sterling penalty incident that wasn't given. I'm a Spurs fan. It's a stonewall penalty, and it's a red card. It wasn't given. Within 30 seconds, we've gone up and we've equalised. So it was double kick in the teeth for City. But as I said at the weekend, no matter how well City are playing, the way they defend, you always think they'll give you a chance. And they did. So that's the reason why I don't think they can win the title, if I'm being honest. So that was Saturday. Spurs burgled a point to continue their great run of form. On to Sunday, where to start. We'll go to the Emirates. Now, Burnley, unlucky not to get something from the Emirates. In fairness, Arsenal were in cruise control, 1-0 up, and then Granit Xhaka, who is becoming an absolute liability, in my opinion, got himself needlessly sent off. He's 60 yards from goal, no danger, and he just jumps in 2-footed. It's a red card. Then, in stoppage time, there was a lot of stoppage time, by the way, due to quite a serious injury. Then Burnley get themselves a penalty. Coquelin fouled Andre Gray. Now, Arsene Wenger's moaning. For me, it's a stonewall penalty. No question whatsoever. I think John Moss has got it bang on. Andre Gray equalises for Birmingham. Then, literally, the last kick of the game, Arsenal piling forward to try and get something. You've probably all seen it. I feel for Jonathan Moss here. As he sees it, I think he's got the decision right. It is a foul, and it is a penalty. Where he's been let down is Lino has not got the offside right. So yes, it is offside, and it shouldn't have been a penalty in that respect. But once the flag doesn't go up, John Moss has to give a penalty. Sanchez scores, and Arsenal nick 3 points to jump back up into second. They overtook Tottenham again this weekend. Then we went to Stamford Bridge, where the leaders faced Hull. Conte brought back Diego Costa after a back injury, shall we say. Only Chelsea know what really went on, but there's no smoke without fire. But in fairness, Costa was probably man of the match. Chelsea weren't great, I have to say. The big talking point from the game is obviously Ryan Mason's head injury, wishing him an absolute speedy recovery from a fractured skull. Just one of those accidents that happens in contact sport. But at 1-0 to Chelsea in the second half, Hull should have a penalty. No question. Marcus Alonso fouls Abel Hernandez, and it should be a penalty. It's not. Gary Cahill then scores late on to make it 2-0, and Hull are deep in trouble, I have to say. So Chelsea look strong at the top. Arsenal are in second, Spurs third, and Liverpool fourth. That's the top four as we stand. Now, there was also another milestone at the weekend. Wayne Rooney became Manchester United's all-time top goal scorer as he scored his 250 goal, surpassing Sir Bobby Charlton's record, and it rescued United a point in the end. They probably deserved more than that. They actually played quite well, but they're not taking their chances at the moment, and it come back to bite them in the rear end again. But Rooney got them out of jail. He's now their all-time record goal scorer, so huge congratulations to Wayne Rooney. Now, both Manchester teams are outside the top four at the moment, which the title race is actually looking good. I think it's going to take a near miracle for Chelsea to blow this, being they've only got really the league to concentrate on, so they can prep, a bit like Leicester did last year. But the race for the top four is huge. I think that any one of the others could miss out. I'm going to make a bold one here. My top four, as we stand now, will be Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool, Manchester United. That's my opinion. Don't know what you guys think. Please drop me a comment. I know I'll upset the Arsenal fans and the Manchester City fans, but that's my opinion. Please give us a comment on what you think will happen there. Now, at the bottom, big win for West Ham to move them into the top half of the table and condemn Middlesbrough to another home defeat, where Idol Karanka got a bit upsetty and a bit arsey with the Middlesbrough fans. Don't know what happened there, but West Ham back-to-back wins. Andy Carroll scores again. They're winning games without Dimitri Payet, which is pleasing because there's a right and a wrong way to leave a football club, in my opinion, and Dimitri Payet has completely gone about it the wrong way. Yes, very talented maverick, but you don't do what he's done. So fair play to West Ham for standing strong. If they can get their 30 million for him, brilliant, then sell him, but that's their price, and agreed, I wouldn't sell him for a penny less. Where else have we got? West Brom tidily going about their football at the moment, beating Sunderland 2-0. Sunderland are deep in trouble. Big rumours today they're going to let Patrick Van Aanholt go, and he's arguably, apart from Jermaine Defoe, the only bit of quality they've got in their squad. It's almost admitting defeat. I don't know what you guys think. The same as Hull letting Jake Livermore go and potentially Robert Snodgrass leave. It's almost admitting defeat, going down without a fight, letting your best players go. But who to be a football club? But Tony Pulis, again, as I predicted in my tips on Friday, got West Brom back to winning ways. Tidy 2-0 win at home. Pretty straightforward. On to Sunday. Big result for Saints at home. They'd lost 3 on the bounce until this. They beat Leicester 3-0 and they comfortably beat Leicester. Leicester seem to have lost a lot of will, a drive, a desire to win games. Something they did really well last year. They scrapped for every ball going. This year, they're just going down without a whimper. Could the champions go down? Drop me a comment. It's not unheard of. The form they're in, we'll see what happens with that one. Again, there was also a point apiece for Bournemouth and Watford at Dean Court. I don't think it's a point that either team will be happy with, if I'm being honest. Bournemouth on a little bit of a sticky patch at the moment, and Watford, they could get drawn into a relegation battle. They're not on a great run of form. I think they're a poor side at the moment. Lucky enough, they got points early doors in the season that might just be enough not to get drawn in, but they need to win games soon, otherwise they could really get drawn in. Picture of the league table up on the screen now, guys. It's close at both ends of the table, isn't it? Who'd be a football manager at the moment? Big problems at the bottom, race at the top. Teams in the middle of the table don't want to get dragged in, trying to get on the coattails for the European places. It's FA Cup weekend this weekend, so no league football, so managers get a break from the daunting Premier League at the moment. I don't know if it's a help or a hindrance, the FA Cup. Some use it as a distraction, where some would just rather just play league games to get them out of the way. Also, big 2 weeks in the transfer window. Who do you think is going to do some business? I know there's plenty of clubs that do need to do business. Who would you like your team to sign? Plenty of rumours going around at the moment, guys. So drop me a comment who you'd like your team to sign. Just like to say thanks for watching the video, guys. Please leave any comments you want to. Please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter @PhilBars. Will be amazing. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. Cheers, guys. Thank you.